Okay, this is 0 point energy is working. And I read you my poster and then give the explanation. 0 point energy is working. Suppressed by rogue elements in the United States government. I call them named Colonel John Alexander and Robert Bigelow. The Apollo 14 ESP experiment made contact and got a textbook on 0 point energy from another planet. The human species is psychic and has godlike potential. The Bible is correct. The head alien is Lucifer, who dwells in the White House and plots global conspiracies with Laurence Rockefeller and his minions. They are able to shapeshift, commit identity theft, and time travel. It reverts back to reincarnation. The battle is for the soul of man. It is the VAST-LUCIFERIAN conspiracy. And I gave my business email, rviewer45@protonmail.com. And now I'll give the explanation. So the Apollo 14 ESP experiment, the other participant was Ingo Swann, 357 the Bowery, that started the remote viewing program. NASA hired him to work with Edgar Mitchell. They made contact in low Earth orbit. There's a technology transfer, which is the textbook on 0 point energy. That then went to Hal Puthoff and Jacques Vallée at SRI. Alexander, I know, is the bad guy. Swann also can future see, clairvoyance. He predicted 9/11 in 1972. NASA knew about it. Edgar Mitchell knew about it. Puthoff and Vallée. Puthoff wanted to put a scene in a Hollywood movie. Alexander stuck a gun in his mouth. That's why Puthoff is gagged. Puthoff won't say anything. Vallée won't say anything. They're gagged. Alexander and Bigelow are the ones gagging them. They elevate in power by Satan worship. They're able to, the lizards themselves, the 1/3 kicked out of heaven, the demons, commit identity theft. They're able to, morph into Richard Nixon, strangle the real Richard Nixon, then go on TV and pretend they're POTUS, the reptilian shapeshifters. David Icke is right. He takes it from Jordan Maxwell, the ancient alien stuff. The reptilian shapeshifters, hostile with prejudice. That's what we're dealing with. We're in hell. New York City burns. Lucifer, the head alien, he sits with 12 men in the basement of the White House. Laurence Rockefeller is one. POTUS is another one. It was Richard Nixon at that time. Swann then got a phone call to eliminate Nixon. That's when he went to the Watergate Hotel and, Nixon gets impeached and is kicked out. Okay, reincarnation. I said that, but I didn't say reincarnation on Earth. There's a level above human. Swann was aiming to reincarnate there. That's where they got the textbook from on 0 point energy. The human species is psychic. How can we prove this? I have at least 5 Jane Does from Ryerson. About the furthest it went, Ramona Pringle, the RTA professor, Robin Doolittle, the Globe and Mail reporter, and Alison Chiasson, the CBC reporter, put them in a room, took a statement from them. Then the editor quashed it down, David Walmsley. His boss is, Dave Thompson, an old money oligarch, owns the Globe and Mail, the Woodbridge Company, who knows what else, old money billionaire. CBC, Catherine Tate is a corporate welfare recipient. UFOs, we can't publish that. Where's my corporate welfare? Toronto police, the same shit, garbage. They're just a piece of shit. And it's up to me. They put all the heavy weight on me. Then when this finally does break, 0 point energy means flying cars and free energy, then they all park their fat asses in a flying car. None of them will even say thanks. But the 5 Jane Does, which we can cross, this proves everything I'm saying. Haylen is strong. Shauna is psychic. Maya manifested gold coins. Ramona can fly. And it was Colleen who was UAP abducted, went to the other planet, came back with telepathy. On the other planet, she had her own flying car that runs on free energy. Now, there's 3 Colleen confessions. One from the Globe and Mail. Robin Doolittle came right away when she heard Colleen was abducted. Got a confession out of her when she still had telepathy. Quashed down by editor Walmsley. A second Colleen confession is the review into MacArthur, the Epstein report, which is basically the Toronto police. The police board commissioned Epstein to do a review into MacArthur, the missing gays. The Epstein report called me and said, look, we found your email that says you said it's Bruce MacArthur, and sent it to Chief Mark Saunders in 2013. Andrew Kinsman is still alive at that time. Chief Saunders is like, 71 Winchester Street? It's not our catchment area. It's not. It's not our catchment area. Kinsman was still alive at that time. Toronto police did know it was Bruce MacArthur. They also knew, this is the France list of warnings that went out. Incel Danforth MacArthur, the 3 events in France, Pulse nightclub. Toronto police, useless pile of shit. They squandered everything. They now lie in civilians' name to cover this up. But the review proved everything I'm saying. Mark Sandler. They crossed Ryerson and they crossed the reporters. Honest witnesses. They gave the same account as mine. Epstein then censors the report and is hiding it from you. And they know about the Colleen abduction. And they know about Shauna being psychic. Like I said, you could reincarnate on the planet a level above human. You have to pass the Bible test. The Bible is key. And I'll tell you a secret of the universe. Who did you help? That is what they ask you at the Great White Throne of Judgment. And what you have to provide an answer for, and determines where you reincarnate. Who did you help? That is the question they will ask you at the Great White Throne of Judgment. The final gospel is a faith and works-based gospel. The everlasting gospel. The shouting angel comes and finally reveals in Revelations the final gospel. The faith and works-based, the everlasting gospel. There's like 7 gospels in the Bible. The Paul's gospel is the one saved by grace through faith in the blood atonement. Paul's gospel, you know, and then the Old Testament. I'm not going to go over the whole Bible. You know, it's Moses waiting around for Jesus. Turns out Jesus is God after all. It is the Christian Bible. Goes without saying, I mean the Christian Bible. Reject all the other religions. They'll take you into hell. Oh, look at that. We're already there. Lucifer is walking here with his boots on the ground, and he has satanic minions working for him. Give a bit of blood money to Laurence Rockefeller, and he will kill you. No questions asked. Boom, just like that. It is the VAST-LUCIFERIAN conspiracy. There's my email. Who has the balls to stand up and do anything about it? Ryerson was cowards. The reporters are cowards. The Toronto police are a pile of shit cowards. Just me.